So hello, I am Wendy Dykema, and I'm pleased to share with you my joy with home shows. I actually call them private events because that's like the feel that I want. Is like I'm hanging out with my friends, so I call them private events. Yes, they are home shows, home parties, whatever you prefer. So this is what has worked for me. I have shied away from these things all my life, and so obviously I'm not anymore, and this is why I feel extremely comfortable now. These are things that have worked for me. First of all, I recognize that it's very hard to get your friends together nowadays. Like, this is a gift. A home show is a gift for this group of friends, and I really want to honor that. I want to honor the work that the host has put into it and getting her friends together at a time that works best for her, of course, but still. I also love the food and fellowship and just connecting people, and this is a great way to do it. So I do encourage it with joy. So the private events that I do actually start at the time of booking. That's right. So when someone is at a home show or at a Facebook party, hey, I need a lot more books than I can get tonight. What do you recommend? I'll try the customer specials, and I'll try a collection for them, a combined volume. But if that doesn't work, I'm going to demonstrate to you why I went through that. 5 ways to save collections. I'll try a combined volume. I'll try a customer special. And I'll point out to her, this is a great way to do it too. All you need to do is get your friends together, and I'll do the rest. And then incidentally, you'll also get a prize. So she's like, oh, cool. And the prize is from this, but I'll talk about that later. So we booked the party because I've given her my open date card, which is a list of my 4 next available dates. So I call her the next day, just like I call all the guests the next day. Hey, it was great to meet you. And then with her, it's a little bit more involved. This is how we invite people with Usborne Books and More. And I'll be calling you soon. If she's local, I definitely try to meet with her because then we're both excited about the party. That's just the way people are. So phone is great. Facebook message is great too. I know everybody has their method there, so I'm not saying one is better than the other. I have a Panera business model, which means any excuse I can go to Panera, I'm there. So looking at my notes because I'm a notes person. And I take them to parties. All right, so the day before I call her and I say, hey, how are your RSVPs going? And I'd love to know what age books I should bring. So I focus on her friends, not the numbers. I do ask that, but I just transfer the energy to how can I serve your friends. I asked her the ages, and that helps me select what books I'm going to fit into only 2 boxes. This is the most stressful part of a home show, is figuring out which ones I have to bring. It's so hard for me to narrow it down for that. And we get excited. And I say, you know what? It's really helpful to give reminder calls. So today and tomorrow, I'll go ahead and do that. Everyone's very busy. I guarantee you they'll appreciate the reminder. Even those who said originally they couldn't come, see if their plans have changed. And if they haven't, offer them, the chance to do this on their own at a time that suits them better. That way they're not afraid of no's. I mean, everyone's afraid of no's, right? So anyway, you give her a chance to overcome the calling or texting people and any no's that she gets. She can offer that, and she's going to get a $20 book for $5. Definitely make sure she knows about that. I'll also mention that it's still the best deal if she just goes ahead and signs up for herself, because she'll go by the double free books chart as opposed to the monthly chart. I mean, both are great, but for her, signing up is better. Okay, so the morning of, you can do this weeks ahead if you're better than me. I pack my tote here, and it's got clipboards in it. It's got hostess packets, it's got recruiting packets, it's got brochures on fundraisers and joining our mission, which I feel is very important. I've got postcards in here. I prepare these to give to everyone who comes to the party, and that way they have something solid they can hang on to, 10% coupon. They're also what I use for Facebook parties to thank people. I have extras of these, and I have clipboards. Okay, so let me talk about the clipboards. Each one has a wish list on the front. It's got a ticket, although I'm about to do away with this one. It's just too much. And a pen. And underneath is the door prize slip, okay? And you can have an updated version of this, or you can make your own, whatever you want. But I got these from home office. Okay. And it's got questions about, would you like to do this, blah, blah, blah. And I have an envelope for everybody too. In the envelope is one of the Order Pro incentives that we're able to offer hostesses, okay? So I love these things. They are a lifesaver for me because I'm so timid. So everybody gets one of these as well. I show up at the party 45 minutes ahead. I've got my 2 boxes in my tote. And I say, hey, Sarah, thank you so much for having me over. And I, talk about, well, I'm like, wow. I'm usually like, wow, 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 the food, the house, whatever. Just having me over, I'm very appreciative to her, and I want to make sure she knows that. So I say, I'm just going to scatter my books here, and it's usually near the food, near the drinks, and on the couches and tables. So not in one particular place. I want people to browse through these things. And I say, when we're about 10 minutes out, I say, Sarah, do you have a minute? May I help you with something? And maybe while I'm helping her, I say this, or if she's all done, we'll have a chat. I just need your help on 2 things. When all your friends are here, maybe about 20, 25 minutes, could you ask them to grab a book that they enjoyed and have a seat, and we'll get started? She's like, sure. I said, great. And when they do come in the door, would you mind giving them each a clipboard? And she says, sure. One last thing, let's think of a question you have about Usborne Books and what we're doing here, etc., so that when I do this game, there's already one to get us started. So we talk about that. Okay, great. So this when they come in the door, and gathering them up after 20, 25 minutes. So that's all she has to worry about, and the rest is just fun. So we're chatting, I'm getting to know people, it's really fun, and then 20, 25 minutes, hey, let's all grab a book and sit down. I sit down with them on the floor, on the couch, whatever. I don't stand up. That's just me. And I ask them, I say, first of all, huge thanks to Sarah for having us over. Sarah, your home is beautiful. The food is so yummy. And say, hey, well, I'm Wendy. I am in love with books, and I'm in love with helping people find ways to save so they can get all the books they want. And I'm so privileged to be here with you guys. If you guys just go around the room and introduce yourself for everybody, and hold up the book that you picked up so we can all see and tell us why you picked it. While you're at it, if you wouldn't mind telling us all one thing you love about the hostess, if she's blue, one thing you respect about the hostess, if she's green or gold, or a fun time that you had with the hostess, if she's orange. Okay, and then so people talk, hey, I'm Wendy. I love Sarah because she's always so helpful to everyone. And I love that, I really respect that about her, or I love that about her, whatever. I picked up this book because as a struggling writer, I wish I'd had this when I was a little girl. And it just walks you through every step that you could take in writing a story. How valuable is this? And everybody's like, whoa, yes. And we go to the next person. I make sure that on my lap I have these types of books and an activity book. This one is what I pick up. Because I go through the ducks, I say, when they pick out their books, usually there will be one that has a double-page spread, one with unlimited activity, one with cutting-edge technology, and one with knowledge in bite-sized chunks. So then I'm able to point that out, okay? I'll also point out the 5 ways to save if it's one of the books that they've chosen. But if not, I have these to illustrate cutting-edge technology, because it's internet-linked, knowledge, here we go, knowledge in bite-sized pieces, all right? And unlimited activity, also internet linked, because you can use this as a game board, right? And let's see. So anyway, then we go into the 5 ways to save. So I pull out my catalog, where'd it go? Here it is. And if they haven't brought out something that's part of a collection, or they haven't brought out something, there we go, that is a combined volume, and they haven't brought out something that is a customer special, that I will mention. That's one of the ways to save at the end. The 4th way to save is what Sarah's doing. So who wants to see why Sarah's doing this? All right. I'm going to pretend like every book is $10 or below, because 65% of our books are, and I need a volunteer. And so what that I'll do is stand up, because it shows better. And I'll say, okay, you can't see my head, but that's okay. Could I have a volunteer to stack 7 books on this stack? Because for a typical show, and she's pulling the books, it's a $400 show. You'll actually get $70 worth of free books. Boom, 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 boom. But this month, there's a special. So actually, $120 worth of free books. 5 more. Ask her to get 5 more. Anytime one of you decides to actually host your own little get-together, then she'll get another $20 book for $5. So everybody wins. It's awesome. And if there's 3 of you who do that, she'll get to choose any book in the catalog for free. And I put a big old thing on top. And so I just love that, and I'd love to share that with you. You'll notice too, the 5th way to save is to get your own 25% cash back anytime you buy anything. And that's what I'm doing. So with that, let's play a little game. I have some tickets here, and you have some tickets on your clipboard. So these are some great ways to win today. You can save and you can win. Anytime you ask me a question about what I do, I will give you a ticket. So let's get started. First question. All right, so then the hostess chimes in because she's already thought of it, and we get rolling. All right, and then when there's a lull, take the lull. Say, okay, well, let's do a drawing for our books. And I've given everybody a ticket because I don't want them to feel like they have to ask to win anything. So, I mean, I'm low pressure, like low pressure. So I pick up all these tickets from people, obviously the half of it, put together with the ones that they've asked. We do a drawing, and I give them a prize. And for the prizes, it can be anything. I happen to have a lot of books, so I give away books. Here you go. People are like, whoa, that's an awesome prize. I've also got the bookmarks from the Business Supply. You can do the flashlights if you'd like. You can do, there's these cute magnetic bookmarks at Target. I use these all the time because I'm at Target a lot. And so it's really fun. Then I say, well, there's more to win, folks. And I pull out I say, if you could pull out your envelope, there's prizes in here too, which is really fun. And there's lots of ways to win in these envelopes. You can get, 65% off a $25 book. You can get, a $20 book for $5. You can also win this. And I bring something that I can give away. But that's my choice. You don't have to do that. You can just use the incentives. So people are like, whoa, well, she did just give away a book. So she's telling the truth here. And I feel like I'm, legit, which is important to me as a gold. I don't want anyone to question my integrity. But just know that there's a prize inside, and it's super exciting to know what that would be. So then I say, if you could pull out the drawing slip that's underneath your wish list, and people are like, what? Where is it? Yep, it's been hidden. Because I don't want them to answer these questions until they've seen what they can get. I want them to be fully informed as to whether they want to have a party. I want them to be fully informed as if they're considering doing this. And my games have done that. The pretend hostess has shown them what they can get, and my game has shown them what this business is about. I also mention the fundraisers, and I say, if you know of anyone, or any school or whatever, put that in there. Okay. So great, I will collect your slips, and in return, I will give you a mini catalog, and I have an order form in each one. And I go around, and I do that, and I stay in the room to help them because I know how to do that. And then when they come to me, I compare the wish list and their order form, and if there's anything not there, I say, could you tell me why you left this off? Oh, I can afford it. Well, would you like to open up your envelope and see what prize you could win by having your friends together, or hand it to me? And so that's it. And then I leave. So it's super fun. I hope you have fun.